Well, we found that a Swedish affiliate of the Zionist organization Keren Hayesod is donating both money and equipment to organizations in Israel that describe themselves as the official philanthropic body for IDF soldiers, and that they are working for the well-being of Israeli soldiers. This affiliate is also donating equipment such as first aid kits, tourniquets, and ear protections to the IDF. On their homepage, the Swedish affiliate of Keren Hayesod is promoting their donations as civilian aid. This might be true, but we've also found that a large portion of the donations is going to the IDF. The Swedish affiliate of Keren Hayesod is donating their money through an organization called the Association for Israel Soldiers, which in turn directly supports IDF. And the affiliate in Sweden is also donating money through an organization called the Jewish Agency for Israel, which in turn relies heavily on recruiting foreign soldiers, so-called Olim fighters, to come and join the IDF. As of this moment, there are no laws regulating donations to a foreign military in Sweden. Every citizen in Sweden is also allowed to join a foreign military power, regardless of what that foreign military power is doing at the moment. The article that I wrote doesn't reveal any details about armored steel to Israel. What I can say is that Swedish companies do have trade agreements with Israel, and that certain companies in Sweden that manufacture weapons export so-called other military equipment to Israel. What exactly this entails is not open to the public and is regulated by a Swedish agency called ISP. Well, Swedish companies usually don't need to justify any type of export to Israel, since the Swedish government hasn't introduced any laws regulating trade to and from Israel. So Swedish companies are free to do whatever they want. Our elected officials usually refer to regulations of the European Union as a hindrance to impose sanctions on Israel, but this is not the case. Sweden could easily stop trade with Israel if the government so chooses. Well, first of all, Sweden's reputation as a neutral body in international conflicts is no longer valid, especially after we joined NATO. And if Swedish companies and the Swedish government continue to sign trade agreements with Israel, our country is de facto complicit in the genocide of the Palestinian people. Even if Sweden's role and support for Israel is small compared to other countries like the US, our support for Israel and our refusal to act makes us complicit in the ongoing genocide of the Palestinian people. The obvious thing to call for right now is a ceasefire and the withdrawal of Israeli troops from both Gaza and the West Bank. Well, any donation, whether it be weapons or non lethal equipment, that supports a military power that, as we speak, is committing one of the worst atrocities of modern times, should be seen as support. I would also like to hear a response from Israeli officials if a similar donation campaign emerged in Sweden that aimed to support the well being of either Palestinian or Iranian soldiers for that matter. I believe the outcry from Israel would be enormous.